In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 21st, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. St. Louis Cardinals versus Miami Marlins. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins meet in MLB action from Marlins Park on Thursday. The Cardinals will conduct somewhat of an early season experiment when they send right-handed flamethrower Jordan Hicks to mound for his first appearance as a starter since his time in a ball back in 2017. Hicks was primarily used as a starter while in the minors, but was immediately moved to the Cardinals bullpen, where he recorded 14 saves over 15 opportunities in 2019. Much of Hicks' success comes from his devastating sinker and velocity that'll make you do a double take at the radar gun. In 2018, Hicks actually topped out at 105.1 miles per hour. Even with all the hype, Hicks hasn't truly developed a third pitch and will be limited to just 45 pitches in an attempt to ramp him up for the long haul. For Miami, Pablo Lopez will take the mound after 2 impressive starts in which he allowed only 1 run over 10.1 innings and held opposing hitters to a .189 batting average. This game all comes down to the pitching, and Lopez is accustomed to his role as a starter. While Hicks has explosive stuff on the mound, it's way too early to tell if he can be an effective starting pitcher. The Marlins have a strong core of young players and are looking to have a breakthrough season, attempting to make it back to the playoffs for just the second time since 2003. After a loss in the opening game of this series, I expect the Marlins to bounce back behind a strong start from Pablo Lopez and the offense to generate enough production against a young pitcher making his first start in the MLB. Side with Lopez, who is a proven starting pitcher, and back the Marlins to do enough to come away with the win here today. So the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Dating back to last season, the Marlins have only allowed more than 4 earned runs in one of Lopez's last 9 starts. Lopez has also performed well against the Cardinals in the past. In 2 career starts against the St. Louis, he has thrown a total of 13 2/3 innings and allowed a total of 4 earned runs, good for a 2.63 ERA. Getting Lopez run support, however, will be a challenge, as the Marlins' mediocre offense will be facing a Cardinals team that has a terrific bullpen and defense. The Cardinals have only allowed their opponents to score 1 run in 3 of their last 4 games. The weather report in Miami calls for some heavy winds blowing in from center field. Aside from the heavy winds, Hicks tends to produce a decent amount of ground ball outs off his sinker, and hitters have a difficult time barreling up balls given his velocity. The Cardinals pitching staff in general has given up the 3rd fewest runs up until this point. If Lopez looks anything like he has so far, the Cardinals will have a hard time putting up runs as well. Expect this game to be heavily reliant on pitching, where runs will be hard to come by on both sides. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Pittsburgh Pirates versus Chicago Cubs. The Pittsburgh Pirates take on the Chicago Cubs in the opener of a 4-game set between National League Central foes. The Pirates enter off a 4-2 loss to the Milwaukee Brewers Wednesday night, capping a series sweep. The Cubs come in after an 8-2 defeat at the hands of the Rays, marking their 2nd consecutive defeat. Bryce Wilson will get the ball for Pittsburgh, while Mark Later Jr. will be on the hill for Chicago. Both of these teams have started the 2022 regular season better than anyone would have thought. They can both hit, and if they generated any pitching, they would both be solid teams. So far in the early going, the Cubs have been the more explosive offense with several hot bats, including Suzuki, Happ, and Viller. Pittsburgh is coming off a rough series in which they couldn't get anything going offensively. Pittsburgh was the worst offense in baseball last year and already appears on track to be in the bottom 5 again this season. Until they can get Brian Reynolds going at the top of the order, they will continue to struggle scoring runs. The Cubs have dominated the head-to-head between these clubs of late, going 10-2 in their last 12 showdowns. They are the better offensive team, and I don't have much faith in Bryce Wilson for the Pirates. He has not been very good in his first 2 starts, and the smoking hot Cubs will be able to tee off on him. So the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Bryce Wilson has pitched in 33 games and has a 5.54 ERA and 1.58 WHIP. Mark Later Jr. has pitched in 48 career games and has a 5.91 ERA and 1.51 WHIP. Later has allowed 5 hits and 7 runs in his first 3.1 innings this season. The under is 2-0-2 in Pirates' last 4 overall. The over is 10-2-1 in Cubs' last 13 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. I like the Cubs' offense in this game. They have been one of the best hitting teams in the league to start the season, and the Pirates have one of the weaker defenses. The Cubs have one of the best young hitters in the league in Seiya Suzuki, and he is producing runs for this offense like nobody expected. The Cubs are also scoring the 9th most runs per game, and the Pirates are allowing the 26th most runs in the league. Their pitching isn't very good, and their fielding has been even worse. They make mistakes and allow the opposing team to score more than they should. The Cubs will be able to hit easily in this game. Later Jr. has an 18.9 ERA to start the year, and the Pirates should be able to tack on some insurance runs. Both teams will provide offense in this game, and I am expecting a ton of runs. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Rangers versus Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners will be going for the series win when they face the Texas Rangers in the final game of their 3-game series on Thursday night. Taylor Hearn, 0-1 and 4.7 ERA, will get the start for the Rangers. The Mariners will counter with Marco Gonzalez, 1-1 and 3 ERA. Seattle is 7-3 in its last 10 games against Texas. The Rangers are 21-44 in their last 65 versus the American League West, and 27-57 in their last 84 overall. Texas is 7-19 in their last 26 Thursday games. Meanwhile, the Mariners are 4-1 in their last 5 Thursday games, and 6-2 in their last 8 in Game 3 of a series. Seattle is 19-7 in their last 26 versus the American League West. Seattle has dominated Texas in recent history, as the Rangers have not defeated the Mariners since August 10, 2021. A streak of 6 straight losses. The Rangers have defeated the Mariners in Seattle just one time in the last 4 games there, and are 6-21 in the last 27 meetings between these teams. The Rangers have lost 6 of their last 7 games and 3 of their last 4 road games. They've played well offensively, even on the road where they are averaging more than 5 runs per game. Unfortunately for them, Seattle's pitching has been very good so far, with the team giving up less than 3 runs per game at home. They also haven't had a lot of success against Gonzalez, who was 2-1 with a 3.42 ERA against them last season. So expect them to struggle offensively in this game. The Mariners have also played well offensively, especially at home, where they've scored 5 or more runs in 3 of their last 4 games. They've had a lot of success against Hearn, who has given up 19 runs in 24.3 innings against them. Gonzalez didn't have a great first start this year, with 2 earned on 6 hits and 2 walks in just 2 innings during a loss to the Twins. He was able to bounce back against Houston last week though. In Wednesday's game, the Mariners really only had the 1 big inning. That said, generally they were able to stifle Texas hitting rallies on the other side. I like Seattle to keep it going in the finale, so the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. The Rangers are averaging 5.1 runs per game and 6.25 runs per game on the road. They averaged 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mariners, with Seattle giving up 2.25 runs per game at home. The Rangers will be held under their average in this game. The Mariners are averaging 4.09 runs per game and 6 runs per game at home. They averaged 6 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Rangers. These teams combined for 8 runs in the first meeting, but there is some punch to both of these lineups. Combined, they are averaging nearly 10 runs per game, and the long ball has been a key. Seattle hit 2 in the victory over Texas on Tuesday and will have some opportunity to do this as well against Hearn, who gave up 17 home runs in 104.1 innings pitched last season. He is a power hitter's dream. Plus, the Mariners and Rangers played over the total in their last 2 meetings. With Texas giving up 6.5 runs per game on the road, the Mariners will score enough runs to push the score. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.